an interesting road, I guess you could say. I've been modeling since 2008 when I first got signed to Click in New York. I've been doing mostly commercial. I'm not thin enough for high fashion, so.
My name is Ashley Murray, but most people know me as Ashley Renee now. I've been modeling, I would say, about a year.
My name is Jenna Wickstead, and I started modeling when I was about 19 years old. My experiences with modeling so far have been really good overall. There's always the negative part of modeling and the bad part that nobody really sees. All they see is the pretty picture.
My perspective on the modeling industry is very shallow. It's very shallow. You have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way, you have to be exactly who they want to be when they want you to be it. And they really don't hold back on letting you know if you're not what they want. So they can be a little mean. I'm 5'11". I'm size 4. I feel a lot of pressure to be thin. It's like every time I go to the agency, the first thing they do is measure me and size me up and ask me how much weight I lost or have I been dieting and exercising. I remember they got me a gym membership against my will, and they made me a shopping list, and they pretty much have like do's and don'ts of what to eat, what not to eat, when to eat, how to eat it. Ugh, they're always picking and poking at me. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be a 2 if I healthily.
Yeah, I feel a lot of pressures, especially from, I guess the agencies want the girls to be skinny, boned, and it seems like each generation, like, they get skinnier and skinnier. Like, it's not like how, like, back in the day, like how Tyra Banks or Victoria's Secret models like Heidi Klum, like, had some meat on them. Nowadays, it's bone thin, and, like, it's like basically they want to see your ribs. They don't want to see a healthy girl anymore. So, yeah, I always get told lose 5 pounds here, lose 10 pounds there, like all the time.
The diet consists of lettuce, water, lots of water, no sugar, no flour, no carbs, no noodles, no bread, no salt, no heavy seasoning at all, really. Oh, the only seasoning we're allowed to have is like lemon or lime squirts. If we have to have meat, preferably fish, but no bigger than about not even my palm size. And nothing fried, no oil, maybe olive oil, like a teaspoon a day, maybe every other day. And if we're hungry and we want a snack, we have to like crunch on ice or chew gum.
I'm 5'1", and I weigh 94 pounds. It's not a diet, it's just naturally how I am. However, it's interesting for me because as an African American woman, everybody's supposed to be all curvy and have the big booties, and I don't have that. So for me, my pressure comes from lacking. It's not so much be thinner because everybody's like, oh, you're thin enough. I'm not tall enough to be a runway model. So for me, it's you should be thicker, you should be bigger, you should be, more curvy, but I'm a little stick. I would say that being challenged to be thinner or to look a certain way does affect my self-esteem, and it's been a thing even before modeling, but more so in modeling because you find that because you don't look a certain way, people don't necessarily want to work with you because they feel like, oh, you don't have the right look, and they tell you you're not enough.
You think you're fine, you're happy with the way you are, and then you go into this room where they immediately start bashing you, like, what's wrong with your skin? Does it do this every day? Are you going to fix that? Or what is this with your hair? This side part thing, this Southern girl thing, it's not going to work. You need to fix your hair. Do you wear it like this every day? Is there anything we can do about it? And whatever it is that you're doing with your body, you need to stop. And you need to start doing this right away because this is unacceptable. I know it's really affected the way I dress and the way I feel like someone's always judging the way I look, the way I stand, the way I sit.
Has a photographer ever made me feel uncomfortable on a shoot? Actually, yes. His idea was to suggest that I pose completely nude. And that made me extremely uncomfortable, and I wanted to be professional but at the same time be firm, but it's like they won't take you seriously. Like if you put your foot down and say, I don't want to do this, then they tell you, oh, you're not going to go far, you should be willing to try new things, and you got to step outside your comfort zone.
I had experiences where photographers have said stuff like, oh, well, maybe you should lose a couple more pieces of clothes, or it would be better if your top was off, or it's not a big deal to be topless, and stuff like that. And it just made me really uncomfortable, and then they would make me feel stupid if I said no.
I remember this one shoot when I was like 16. The photographer made me very uncomfortable. I guess he didn't know how old I was, even though I'm sure the agency told him like 3 or 4 times. But he had me posing in this all-white spandex catsuit with no underwear on, and it was kind of revealing. And then I had to like jump all over the place, and he had me looking at vintage porn and smoking cigarettes and holding wine glasses, and he wanted me to pose topless one time, but I was 16.
I think guys in the modeling industry have a completely different problems, or not problems, but struggles. Generally, a lot of it comes to jobs as who gets naked the quickest. And there's guys that, that's how they get jobs, and, that's part of the industry. But there's just a lot of pressure, more from, I've worked with just tons of gay photographers, and, some of them respect boundaries, some of them don't.
The people, like the competition, everybody's a model. When you take professional pictures, you're a model, at least according to Facebook. But it's just the cattiness. I guess that's what I wasn't expecting. Instead of people wanting to help each other, it's like, oh, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that, and you want to bash each other, and it's like, kind of caught me off guard because I'm not a really drama type person.
Modeling is very competitive. Very, very, very competitive. I remember several jobs that I was about to get. I remember I was about to get this Women's Health magazine cover. I'll never forget it. But it came down to me and this other girl. And she had more of what they were looking for. It's always down to me and another girl. And it usually goes to the other girl. For minor reasons, like my boobs may not be big enough, or my hair is not straight enough, or my eyes aren't light enough. It's really, really shallow, and I don't know, it's hard.
So that's pretty much the ugly side of modeling. But there are a lot of great photographers out there. Don't get me wrong, the majority of them are pretty good people, but a lot of them are just a guy with a camera, and I think they only got into it just to see girls.
Even though there are a million things you can point out that are wrong with modeling, I really do enjoy it. It's a wonderful job. It's pretty much easygoing. You meet a lot of amazing people. You meet a lot of crazy people, but they're everywhere you go.
There are sharks everywhere, But there are also people who are going to help you. Just be careful who you put your trust in. Keep pursuing. If you work hard enough, you'll get to where you want to go.
I mean, it's my passion, so I love it, and, I'm not going to stop